Hey, my Taurus babies, what's happening? This is EJ from Taurota Tarot. Hope everybody had a good weekend. Another work week on the way. We are getting ready to do Taurus weekly update. Rolling tomorrow, Monday, March 12th. Lord Jesus. Rolling tomorrow, April 12th. Yeah, we in April. Who knew? Through Tuesday, April 20th. I know I've been saying it. I've heard some other readers saying it too. Shit just kind of bubbling under the surface. That is over. This is the week. Who knew? Got a full moon tomorrow. So some things are going to either slow down or come to an end. The slowdown piece, there are more pieces, however this is resonating, so y'all work with this part. There's some more pieces that need to be worked out. So whatever situation that is for you, regardless of what area of life we're talking about, work or love or career or money or whatever. And this is bigger things. This is things that have been going on for a while. This is not things that you just started like in February. This is stuff that's been going on for a year, maybe 2 years. Could be something creative you've been working on. And you might have had a hit date for April or May of this year, and you're finding out it's not going to happen then. It may take another month or two before you can get things going. As far as relationships, waiting on things to just divine, align. You see how my brain is everywhere. Align divinely, not bubbling under the surface anymore, but it may slow down so the rest of whatever needs to finish cooking can cook. That part. But for the bigger majority of you, however this resonates, you should see all that under the surface shit start coming up. And it's almost like throwing the dice. It'll have this feel to it, like throwing the dice out there. Ooh, double sixes or double fives or whatever. But this is a week that the dice quit rolling around and they stop. They hit the table the way they hit the table. So, if you have not been following the self-care, take care of yourself advice that's been given to you for the past 5 or 6 weeks, I'm so sorry. Time is up. Many of you are going to feel this at a lot of different levels, even emotionally. Some things may be concluding or coming to some kind of conclusion, and you're kind of moving on, and as you go through the week, you kind of see where you are with other people are involved, where they fall into the scheme of things. Love is got a big thumbs up this week all the way through Friday. Not the next weekend ain't the bomb, but in terms of anything new starting or kick-starting something that's been kind of just ambling around aimlessly in your love life, this is a week to make it happen or for it to happen. In some instances, some of you may need to take the lead. In other instances, you may just need to hold on for the ride. Kids are prominent throughout the week, not any particular day. I'm looking at Wednesday the 14th and Thursday the 15th, and even for some of you, Tuesday the 13th. There's going to be a change in schedule with the kids, so you may have to reroute, redo, reassess travel schedules, what's going on, meeting schedules, whatever. It's temporary, but cumbersome and annoying this week nonetheless. Money, you're going to get it, but as soon as you get it, it's going right back out the door. Some of you are getting larger sums than others. This could be through the lottery, could be through insurance, however it resonates. But this is not going to be the week you go, oh, I'm going to save $2,000. It ain't going to happen. Because something's going to make you want to spend that money or make you need to spend that money, however that go. Be cautious, especially in early morning hours driving, and that's sprinkled throughout the week. You may be paying attention, everybody else might not be. So just be mindful of your driving this week. I don't want to scare anybody, but that's a message from Spirit to just be careful this week driving, because it's not going to be you. It's going to be somebody else doing some dumb shit. So that is particularly true in the early morning hours, regardless of where you are. So morning rush hour, if you got to get out, if that's not your usual time of getting out, be mindful, take heed. Contract signing this week. Some of you may be signing some contracts. Read that fine print, because even though we're a ways from it, Mercury retrograde is in about a month. So starts on the 29th, which means shadow energy will probably be floating around about the 14th or 15th of next month. So if you're doing any kind of contract signing this week, I would just double check, make sure everything is the way that you want it. Some of you may find some errors. If you had any legal going on, as it were, you should be all right this week. Integrity, that's the first card that's up here on the top. So there's no corner cutting this week. I know y'all feel like cutting all the corners and saying fuck it, but don't do it. Anything that you have to do, just do it with grace and style. Don't trip on, just do it. But don't cut any corners. Whatever you're doing this week, that's the first card up here for tomorrow, if we're going to go there. No corner cutting this week. Something about processes. And if you cut some corners, somebody's going to review the process, and they may notice that you cut a corner or two. So starting tomorrow, no corner cutting. Do whatever you need to do and do it all the way through. If you need help, let people know that you need help. Some of you got some gossip going on in your workplaces, in your offices, or your schoolrooms, or wherever. You may be approached by somebody I heard, nip it in the bud before it gets blown out of proportion, however that's resonating. I'm not necessarily telling you to use your horns, but do what you need to do to shut shit down this week. Do not brook any bullshit from anybody coming at you from the left or the right side with some bullshit. Don't take it. They're trying to needle you and trying to get you off your point. Go ahead and flick if you need to. I know y'all like, ooh, finally, I done sharpened up my horns for last week and couldn't use them. Yeah, this week, again, I don't necessarily mean run through the china shop like you lost your fucking mind. But anybody coming at you with some bullshit, nip it in the bud. Consciously complete. Isn't that interesting with a full moon? And make mistakes. And your challenge is be a channel. Find your motivation. Slow down. Clear the vessel. Commit. Fine tune. Retreat and recharge. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Getting into next weekend. Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. Surrender and trust. So the energy that I'm feeling right now that I got the cards on the board, you got new love coming in. And it's probably going to be a bit unexpected for some of you because you've been going at it by yourself for so long. It's like, the fuck? Obviously, there are messages here about slowing down, commitment, surrender, and trust. However that's resonating for you, this is not a time, though, especially when we're talking about relationships, you can't do the same thing that you've been doing. You're going to have to change something up. If you want a different kind of result, you're going to have to change what you're doing. Close my door. I don't think most bulls are the clingy type, but that's kind of rattling around in my head. If you are, encountering new love this week or new dating options. Try not to appear too clingy. This may be a week where you feel kind of emotional, and not only am I feeling it, I see all the water on the board. So this may be a kind of airy, watery kind of week where your mind just kind of wanders, and you want to cry when you want to cry, and laugh when you want to. Try to keep that shit in check. That's the best thing I can say. So with the consciously complete and the Knight of Cups on top, I don't feel like anything has ended. And that is the number 43 and not 72 or 9. 9 is really the number I'm looking for. It's kind of telling me that it's not the end of something, but it's the end of the way you've been doing something. So pretty much what I've been saying. And I've been saying it about love, but I'm going to just throw it out there and say whatever it is that you're doing, you need to change up how you dedicate yourself to situations. Because whatever you've been doing, you need to consciously stop doing it and dedicate yourself to doing it another way. On the back end of your overall energy, opportunity passing you by with that 4 of Cups and making mistakes, not past mistakes, but making mistakes. And it being okay to make mistakes. This energy has been coming up a lot in Taurus readings, like, opportunity has just passed me by. It really hasn't. Some of you may be feeling like this. But in part, it's because you're fearful of fucking something up. And that's not how that's supposed to go. You should just go ahead and dance to the edge of the cliff like they're doing and not be fearful of falling off and making a mistake. That's what life is about. But you may miss something. We come back to the opportunities being missed. You may miss something by being afraid to make a mistake. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. That's what's in you right now. That's at the gut level of your overall energy. And feeling like opportunity has passed you by. If you're feeling that way, what risk haven't you been taking? Because that's where that's coming from, being afraid to take a risk. Your challenge with the 8 of Pentacles on top of the be a channel, be alerted to who's in your environment and who you're letting into your experience, because everybody that wants to get into your experience ain't about you. They may be trying to use you. They may be just trying to drain your energy because you are happy and upbeat, however that go. And they want to just suck the life out of you because they're jealous. They don't want you to be so happy and upbeat because they're a miserable ass. That whole thing. Be mindful of who you have. That's your caution this week or your challenge. Be mindful of who you have in your experience. Everybody that says they're a hard worker. Everybody that says they love this and they love that. Let time prove them out. Don't just be taking folks up on their first word. This is, for some reason, books and pencils and pencil sharpeners and copiers and fax machines and computers are in my face right now. So I'm going to just take that to be a message from Spirit about the people you're around in your work environment, or if you're doing a side hustle, people that you allow in. Because, again, everybody that's trying to get in don't need to be in. That part right there. Looking at tomorrow's energy, find your motivation with the 3 of Wands. 3 of Wands on top. Integrity. So tomorrow, it may be any day this week, it may be tough trying to drudge up the motivation to get your ass out the bed one more time and get up and go the fuck back to work. Deal with these same stars you deal with every week. Tomorrow, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. May just be more you can deal with. If you can take a day, take a day. Take a mental health day. Because I know for some of you it's like, why? If you can take a day this week, take a day. The other side of that is the same energy that I was talking about. Make sure that you are not cutting any corners and that you are bringing your best to whatever efforts you are doing. The yin and yang symbol is on this 3 of Wands. So definitely about staying in balance, particularly at work. But you may have to find a motivation this week to really be patient and tolerant of folk. You're tired. And I can feel that. That energy is strong. Like, ugh, don't do this shit no more. It's okay. You're going to get through this period. And once you get through it, you'll be good. Tuesday's energy, the Queen of Cups on top of the slow down. Some of you may be in situations, and that's what I was saying earlier, that clingy energy. You may be moving into a new situation too fast. Slow down. Slow the fuck down. Slow it down. There's no reason to be in a rush. If what's meant for you is going to be there. So whether it takes you 1 day, 10 days, or a year, it's going to be there. Know that part. If it's not meant for you, there's a note of self-care here emotionally. You know, if you need to just take a day or two just to clear your mind, not so much for self-care the way that we think about it, the spa day and get your nails done and your hair did type shit, but taking a real intentional mental health day so you can just kind of rebalance yourself back to that yin and yang over here from Monday. So you can kind of rebalance yourself so that you don't have your emotions all over the place. Some of you may be just now getting into situations after you've been dating for a bit and you may just feel like you got a lot of emotion. Slow that down. You don't want to scare a new partner away because you're being too clingy or you telling too much or you giving too much, however that's working for you. Slow that down. Wednesday, Ace of Cups on top of the clear the vessel. Love is definitely in the air. So make sure that you're sending out the right signals so that you can attract the right folks. If you've got some sludgy shit in your gas tank, get some no sludge, gum it out, whatever, and get the gooky stuff out, particularly emotionally. Again, I know I said this at the beginning of the read. It's a lot of water here, and I can hear a lot of water. So, anything that you're doing that's emotionally unhealthy, that's how I say that. Check that, especially if you're trying to attract new love in your life because you don't want to be doing something unhealthy in a new relationship and you don't want to attract somebody that's got unhealthy behaviors into your experience. We get to Thursday, King of Swords on top of the commit. For some of you, this may be court related. And you may be asked to commit to going to court, taking somebody to court, testifying for somebody at court, suing somebody, however it's going. It's going to be a very clear and straightforward case if this is resonating with you. So don't think there are going to be a lot of little smarmy pitfalls. There aren't. It's going to be pretty cut and dry. And it shouldn't take a whole long time to get whatever resolution out. If it's child support related, make sure you got all your little ducks in a row. Once again, you want to go in with, just show you the picture, the sword of the king. You see that sucker is sharp on both sides and the tip. So you want to make sure you got everything in order, all your business, anything that you're asking for, anything that you're trying to complete, child support, alimony, getting that car, the house, whatever. Make sure you have everything in order that you need. Again, this is a pretty straightforward situation. So if your situation is complicated, that message is probably not for you. We get to Friday. We got the ass end of the King of Cups on top of the fine tune card. This is coming up from the past. Whatever this is infidelity. There may be something that happened, I'm going to just put time on it, within the last year, and probably more to the last 6 or 9 months, where there was a situation that you may have been involved in that involved some infidelity of some type. So you may have a partner, got somebody else pregnant, or some kind of drama or fallout. They are trying to come back and clean their shit up. That's the best way I know how to say it in English. If there's another language, I don't know it. But that's the best way I know how to put that. Excuse me. For some of you, this may be some twin flame type activity. It's mirror image. And so the two of you, in your energy, you may be mirroring what the other is doing. So if there's no communication, that means neither one of y'all talking. If there is communication, both of y'all are breaking your necks to get to the phone with text messages. There's something here, and it's from the past, and there may be some decision making coming on the heels of that King of Swords. There may be some decision making that has to be dealt with this week if you're going to continue or if you're going to call it quits. That's pretty much the short and long of it. But whatever it is, it's got to do with that situation from back there. Feels like some of y'all are like, fuck you. I don't know what you called me for. I ain't trying to hear from you anyway. Others of you may be a little more open to hearing what the other party has to say. Fine tune what you're hearing. Ask questions. Get down to the meat and potatoes of what the fuck is going on. At this point, I'm going to say this to you, Taurus. Whatever you're doing, this is definitely not the energy to be dicking around. So all that pondering and placating and pooping and just slow moving shit, over. Procrastinating, over. Make the decision. You're either going to stay in it, get out of it. For some of you, this has been a kind of back and forth situation for a minute because of said incident, and you haven't really committed to getting back in it or not. This is a week you need to make a decision on what the hell you're going to do. Fine tune your thoughts and your feelings about the whole situation. Again, y'all are mirroring each other. If this is that part resonates with you, y'all are thinking the same. So as I'm saying it to you, the other person is probably going, yeah, we probably need to figure out what we're going to do here. So this is definitely the week to clean it up. So you can either move on to greener pastures or go get the lawnmower and go back to the old yard. However you want to work that out. That's Saturday. That's Friday. Saturday's energy, the Ace of Pentacles on top of the retreat and recharge. I think many of you, by the time you get to Saturday, you will feel like there's a sense of completeness from the week. So whatever else went on throughout the course of the week, you will feel kind of satisfied that you got some things accomplished. And I dare say you probably are going to be more in the spirit of knowing what direction you're going in. And that's two people, so that's a good thing. Yep. Retreat and recharge. Take the weekend, next weekend, to just kind of lay low, get some rest. Because the week after, I can just tell you now, it's on and popping. It's on and popping. Sunday's energy. The Four of Pentacles on top of the improvise. Those of you that are still feeling like you're stuck in a situation, time for you to improvise and figure out how you can unstick your unstuckness. That part right there. So there may be, for some of you, this may be a time for you to use your creativity and your imagination. What else can you do? What else do you want to do? You're looking for a hobby. You know, what do you like to do? What interests you? And really dig deep in that, because it's going to help you moving forward to kind of refocus your energies on something new. For others of you, if you're still feeling stuck, fake it till you make it, man. It's coming. It's coming. That's the best thing I can tell you. It's coming. For the following Monday, it'll take us to Monday, April 19th, the Knight of Pentacles. Take a long look in the mirror. So anything that you feel like you are missing, there are 4 cups up here, opportunity passing you by, anything that you feel like you haven't been a part of, any of that. That slow moving night energy. Take a long look in the mirror. See what you are contributing to something or not contributing. Maybe you're not bringing what you think you're bringing, or maybe you're not putting it out there enough and people aren't understanding, especially if you're looking for another gig. Take your time, and really figure out what else it is that you need to do. Do not let feelings of insecurity, though, keep you from plugging ahead. You can't do anything. There's that make mistakes up here. This is not perfect shit. So don't be so hard on yourself, but take a good hard look at what you're doing and let go of some of your insecurities. Some of you are holding on to shit just because it feels comfortable, even though it makes you sick and it makes you uncomfortable. You still holding on to it because the devil you know is better than the devil you don't know. Bullshit. Let that shit go. Let that shit go. Because sometimes the devil you do know is trying to choke the life out of you. Just saying. Just throwing it out there. We get to next Tuesday's energy. The King of Wands in reverse on the backside on top of surrender and trust. Some of you may have some repressed emotion. Again, I don't know. The water on the board is just speaking to it. But some of you may have some repressed emotion. You need to surrender to whatever process. Wherever you've got issues with repressed or restricted emotion, you need to surrender to the process and just trust that everything is going to be good. And try not to let the emotional side of what's going on with you, especially if you got some repressed things going on, get out of hand or get out of balance. So work on this. I probably will be dealing with the repressed emotion shit next weekend. Feels like next weekend is going to be a good weekend to just kind of sit. And I don't think many of you are just going to be sitting by yourselves. You may be around other people. But listen to just the conversation that other people are talking about and kind of reflect on, where are you not doing something? Where are you not surrendering and trusting the process? Listen to the conversation that your friends are having, your family are having, and see how different things may or may not apply to you and what things you may need to let go. Okay, what else we got? Let's see. Some oracles. New beginnings. Ooh, all that fire. A lot of passion right there. What the hell? Adventure. I think some of you are starting or getting ready to start new relationships. If this is somebody new you've met, this is going to move fast, even though the go slow card is on the board. The go slow is for you to go slow, but if the situation is moving at a good clip, go with it. Don't let your emotions run away with you. That slow down card, don't let your emotions run away with you. But if the situation is moving in a positive direction and you feel good about it, go with it. Go with it. And at some point you may have to say, slow it down, or maybe not see each other every day or call each other every day, but just slow it down a bit so you can catch your breath, so you can retreat and recharge, so you're not spreading yourself too thin, Taurus. One more for Taurus, please. Oh, we got two more. Well, I'll take it. Forgiveness and perseverance. Job, people, whatever's going on at work, or if you're looking for work, perseverance is going to pay off. Maybe somebody in your experience you need to forgive. I'm coming back to just fine tune and this back of the King of Cups. You may need to forgive the person. That might be still hanging in the air. New love. New job even. It's a new beginning and it's an adventure. So quit treating it like it's a damn trip to Disney World and overanalyzing, overdoing and overthinking and whatever. It's an adventure. Lighten up a bit. It's all right. It's just life. I'm just saying. My bullies, I love you. I hope y'all have a wonderful week, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.